In order to understand how profound depth healing actually is as a system of transformation and healing, you have to have a little bit of an understanding of the subconscious mind as a base. So, regarding the subconscious mind, regarding your life, and regarding pretty much anything that has to do with human beings, I want you to always refer to a simple computer model, because that's what you are. You are a biocomputer which is animated by spirit. Okay? When the biocomputer dies, that spirit, which is your essence, it's still there, but the biocomputer's gone. So you can think of the biocomputer very similar to the movie like the Avatar, where they have an avatar and they go into the avatar and then they're operating and experiencing life through the avatar. Well, that's fundamentally pretty much the truth. Now, the subconscious mind is software. It is the software. When you look at a computer and there's a guy sitting down at the computer, the guy that is typing down what he wants to ask or do is the frontal cortex. That's the frontal cortex. The frontal cortex processes a total of 40 bits of information a second. The subconscious is a minimum of 40 million bits of information per second. The real number is more like 4 billion, and the reason they derive that is because there is 4 billion neurons in a brain. So the subconscious mind is a 1 million to 1 ratio in terms of power, minimum, or a 2 million to 1 ratio. And then the subconscious mind, your subconscious, everyone's subconscious, is connected to the collective unconscious. That's what Carl Jung used to study and talk about. He's the one who brought it to world attention after traveling the world and really studying deeply. The collective unconscious. When they do the big fire ceremonies in India called homas, that is a ceremony that is designed to talk to the collective unconscious. And it interacts with us through our subconscious. Now, the personal subconscious begins at conception through the womb, through your birth, the first 6 hours, and then the first 6 years of life till you turn 7, is all just subconscious downloading at 40 million or 4 billion bits of information a second. Any way you look at it, by the time you turn 7 and the frontal cortex, the educated area of your brain, activates for the first time, there is an ocean of data available as software. None of it belongs to you. It belongs to mom and dad and the environment and the house, the dog, the cat, the radio, TV, it's everything but you. And then when the frontal cortex activates, you as the small self or the ego steps onto the scene. It references everything that its senses, taste, touch, smell, and then the senses that are not listed there, of which there are many. Everything is referenced through your subconscious database. Everyone's subconscious database is very different. Even identical twins in the same house have different subconscious databases. That's just the way it is. That database forms all the values, thoughts, ideas, the way you figure out a problem, what's good, bad, nice, tasty, terrible, everything. Everything. Now, the good news is it's all changeable. Just like you go to your computer and you can change the software. You can delete software and you can add software. So fundamentally, the long story short, when you see me, what we're doing is erasing files in the software, and we are elevating or upgrading the speed, the power, and the complexity of your computer or PC. Depth healing doesn't just heal the issue. It upgrades your consciousness. As your consciousness raises, life changes. Hard life is low consciousness. Medium life is medium consciousness. Amazing, beautiful life is high consciousness. Even the person knows it or not. That's the way it is. Now, interacting with all of that, and that's my area. The third program, from the time you're conceived to the end of the first 6 hours. The fourth program, end of the first 6 hours to the beginning of your age of 7. And from 7 until you die is your fifth program. It's all run by the subconscious. And in this, if the educated brain, let's say you get a PhD in or an MBA, and you want to do an entrepreneurial life, and you have grand ideas, and they always fail, nothing ever works. That means that in your subconscious there is we call cognitive dissonance. There is a disagreement between your programming, your software, and your conscious idea. The conscious idea will never win. It never does. I know, I tried for over 30 years. And people like Tony Robbins are very well aware of this. And that's why people go endlessly to the seminars, and they endlessly fail, and then some of them finally make it, if they can get rid of the cognitive dissonance, or if the dissonance is weak enough and they can overlay it with enough reprogramming. Okay, something like that. Or they hire a team of really great people that overrides their personal cognitive dissonance. That's one way you can get around that. So, I hope you're understanding this now a little bit better. Now, when you come to see me, I want you to understand, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a CD with powers like Gandalf. In this universe, there is no such thing as an event. Never. There never has been. There never will be. Everything is a process. Now, you're in life, you have this massive ocean. So let's say it's the size of the Pacific Ocean, and you and your conscious little frontal cortex are an amoeba in the Pacific Ocean. So you come and you see me for a session. What we clear is cleared, but we are clearing what your subconscious will allow us to see at any given point in time. Let me repeat that. We clear what your subconscious will allow us to find at any given point in time. That's why when you come to see me, you have to say the question. It's going to open your file at the level you can handle. The question will not open Pandora's box if Pandora's box is going to overwhelm you. This is especially important with people who have been tortured, satanically invaded, possession, things like that, of which I've done many cases. I'm experienced in every single area. You can't name any area I don't have experience in. If you think you can, try. Anyway, that being said, that is what I want you to understand. A session in depth healing or in any, I don't care what it is, that is never an event and it's final. It's done. What is done is what we addressed at that point in time according to what your consciousness and your psyche can handle and what is available. That's what we're clearing. And that's the only thing that can be cleared. Even Bhagavan himself, even Sri Amma, they're the husband-wife team. They are the avatars, period, in the world. And they had the 81,000 Diksha Morphic Task Force. Even they make us aware of something, and then it's cleared. Like an anger, a trigger, a fear, an anxiety. It must become conscious to be cleared. And what is cleared is what is available. For instance, I had a wound from my mom that lasted about 20 years. And I buried it so deep that it never was revealed until I did a special session using an eye mapping machine in Atlanta, Georgia, in my middle 40s. I've done spiritual work and healing. I began my official healing by 16 at least. Never ended since. And I know some of the greatest in the world. And if you want, I can name them. So I buried that because it was too painful for me. Too painful. Well, finally, I married a lady who was the carbon copy of the wound I had with Mom. It still took 13 years of marriage and suffering to finally expose it. So once it was exposed, it cleared very fast. And I live in Thailand. I'm with Oi, and we've been together, Next year is a full decade. Very, very happy, very, very much in love. So I want you to understand that, because sometimes people think they're going to just do one session and then it's all done. No, no such thing. That's why you're going to die. You die so that the process of this physical life is carried into the next phase. And again, the next phase will depend entirely on you, on us. There isn't any judgment. No divine, no God, no nothing is going to judge you. When you die, you go in front of the great compassionate light and you watch the review of your life. But you watch it from the other person's shoes. And then you will judge yourself. Most, when they see what they've done and experience directly the suffering, we're made to feel what the other person felt, what the other animal felt when you killed it. You have to feel all that. If we cannot understand it and forgive ourselves and have a heart that's open, we go to hell. That's it. That's way we're the ascending into the fifth dimension and everything. So I want you to understand it's all process. The process depends entirely on you, on us. That's why I engage myself in processes that heal and work on me every single day of the week, forever. And I have many mentors carefully selected for various areas of my life. That's why I'm offering my mentorship. You can become my student now, if you wish. And I will do everything I can to teach you. I'll take you under my wing. Instead of learning from a computer, you learn from a living, feeling human being that knows what it is to suffer and cry in anguish and be crippled and broken-hearted and betrayed, and knows what lust is, and knows what compassion is, knows what forgiveness is, and who's lived through all of it. That's what mentorship is, if you get a real mentor. If you get an idiot, you learn idiot stuff, right? So you want to try to choose somebody that inspires you. So if I inspire you, I highly recommend you learning from me. If I don't inspire you, by all means, do not call me. Find someone who does. Very simple. You know the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. And the world of, the field of mentorship is full of garbage. So select carefully. And you might have to learn the hard way. I did. I went through many fake or hurtful garbage teachers till I finally got to the great compassionate light directly. And then the same thing with the great men that I hold close to me in my heart, and they're there for me and I'm there for them. So think on these things. And don't miss the opportunity to be elevated through depth healing. Depth healing stands alone. I'm going to say that I say that with authority. Depth healing stands alone. Any place, any time, anywhere, it just stands alone. It is a divinely guided, divinely channeled system that marries mysticism with quantum physics. And there's just nothing like it on earth. It's so profound, and it reveals its profound depths to me on a daily basis, because I didn't sit down and create this. This is given to me and downloaded into me and channeled through me. Nobody knows this stuff. I don't know it either. It comes through me. And the testimonials and the reviews speak for themselves. Depth healing's been proven now for ages and ages and ages. Okay, that's all I want to say. I hope that this helps you understand the process and why it's so important to always come in consistently, once a month, twice a month, because it's a process. You're only clearing what you're capable of clearing at any given point in time. Nothing is finished. And as you're living, the environment and your life triggers the software to bring up things for you to clear, to grow. That is the process of a living human avatar on this earth. Okay? So this is DrGRexKruhly. Website is depthhealing.org. And I'm on all kinds of platforms and everything. And we have the Big Full Moon Seva, which is a free event where I connect you with the divine directly. There's no healing involved. I'm not teaching there. It's strictly you and God. Okay? I look forward to meeting you.